Welcome, survivors, to Mikey's Gaming Oasis. Today we're going to be taking a closer look at element veins and orbital supply drops, or OSDs. Two of the most rewarding yet dangerous events on the Extinction map. We'll break down how to find, defend, and maximize your loot from these high-risk, high-reward ventures. If you love content like this, please make sure you smash that like button, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe. Element veins are one of the primary ways to get element on Extinction, fueling your high-tech gear and structures. Meanwhile, orbital supply drop can yield extremely valuable items from high-tier gear to large quantities of resources. Both are risky, but absolutely worth the challenge if you come prepared. So first, we're going to go over orbital supply drops. These randomly spawning pods that crash into the map. Each drop has waves of corrupted creatures, and your job is to defend the drop until all waves are cleared. Succeed, and you'll walk away with high tier loot. There are 4 tiers of these drops: blue, yellow, red, and purple, each offering increasingly better loot, but requiring stronger defenses. If you're new, start with blue and yellow. Trust me, you don't want to go too fast and too hard too early. Seasoned players should aim for the red and purple to snag the best rewards. Keep in mind, preparation is absolutely key when it comes to the red and purple drops. We will get more into that here shortly. As you see here, this is the type of loot you will get with a yellow drop, while the blue drop will give you around the same type of items. Now, for the red and purple drops, you want to make sure that you do some prep work. What I recommend is putting barriers around the areas where they drop ahead of time to help mitigate these hordes that'll come in. As you see here in this example, we used the spiked walls to help keep some of the critters from coming in and causing too much havoc. Now, the other thing you need to prep and look at when you're doing these ODSs is the area that is around them. In this example, you will see that while they were running an ODS, the mobs were spawning in this crevasse. Now, this made finding them and getting around and getting through the waves harder, so they stationed someone with a Giga in this crevasse to get them as they spawned in to prevent it from dragging on. So keep that in mind. Once you complete the drop, you can see the difference here in this depiction of the difference in the level of gear you will get from a red drop and the previous drop, which was a yellow drop. Now, keeping in mind those amazing purple drops for those seasoned players, now it's the only drop that allows you to go beyond the 5 levels that you have initially. Now, when you just keep going and going and going, the more danger you get, the more loot is there. The higher tier and the larger amount you're going to get. As seen here compared to a red drop and the purple drop that went for 13 rounds. Now, you need to make sure that your preparations are done properly for this, or you will run into issues. So make sure that if you're going to run that purple drop beyond its initial run, that you are set up for it before you do it. Keeping in mind that the purple drops bring added danger with their fire wyverns, reaper kings, and rock drakes, and the fire wyvern's breath can kill you off your mount. Let's keep that in mind, guys. Now let's talk about those element veins. As you see on this map here, this marks all the element veins that pop up in the wastelands of Extinction. So make sure you keep an eye out for them. They don't give you those lovely plumes of smoke that you get from the OSDs when they come down. Much like the supply drops, you have different levels on the element veins. You have small, medium, and large element veins. The key with this is to take on those waves of corrupted creatures and not have them eat those small element veins, small little outcroppings around your main element vein. Now, it is vital to do this because you want to maximize the amount of element shards, and element dust you will get from every element vein that you conquer and survive. Keeping in mind that making sure you have the correct harvesting creature and tools to harvest that vein and harvest it the correct way. Once you have defeated all the waves of corrupted creatures coming into the element vein, then it's time to harvest. But don't get ahead of yourself. You do not want to just start whacking on that massive pillar in the middle of the element vein. No, 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 no. You do that, and you're going to miss out on a lot of loot. What you want to do is you want to use either a high level Anki or my personal favorite, and what I recommend is a high level and bred mantis with high tier pickaxe equipped. Then starting from the outside and working your way in, ensuring that you get every single outcropping of that element vein taken down and collected. Then and only then do you take down that center spire. As you can see here in this example, the team took down a medium-sized element vein. They did really well. They didn't lose any sections of the vein. And this is what they ended up with. All this element, dust, shards, and pure element came from one vein. That's a smaller vein. So imagine what you can get on one of those larger veins. As you can see from these examples, both the element veins and the OSDs, or orbital supply drops, are absolute game changers when it comes to gathering high level and very precious materials, as well as great blueprints and gear to take your game to the next level. I hope this information was helpful to you, and if you liked it, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Believe it or not, it really does help a small channel like mine. Special thanks to all of those lovely channel members and subscribers who answered the call to help me make this video. So thank you, Savannah, Sea Wilder, Alf, Draco, and of course, Dread. Hope to see you guys next time. Take care.